man.
Can that be bonus content? Like,
No. All right, so for those of you that are joining us,
No, I thought I was introing.
go ahead.
It's not good anymore.
Go ahead.
this is-
Welcome everybody back for the second time today to the Sports F.A.M. podcast. 'Cause apparently we're a little too controversial the first time.
We were. Poppy cut it short.
It's too long since we recorded.
Well, some of World War II was pretty dang controversial in the first place.
We
so
forgot.
Yeah.
We forgot how to act.
Kind of like, never mind.
Now.
Don't make me stop this again, or I'm out. Please.
I almost thought about making another joke.
Don't make me stop this. This is take 2, by the way.
Oh, I said that. Don't worry.
Okay. I don't listen to you when you talk, so this is take 2.
No one does. It's fine. I talk in a world by
I
myself.
cannot wait to
We
watch
know.
that back.
No, you don't, because you don't
No.
listen to me.
What?
Exactly.
There we go.
Only
Okay,
we didn't listen
we're-
to the first thing he said.
We're going to talk about things that we were planning on talking about that aren't controversial. We're going to get through this episode without being controversial. Maybe a little bit, but not too much. We're going to ride the line. And we're going to have some fun, I think, hopefully today.
Yeah.
So,
Sounds like a plan. Quick commercial break.
Oh yeah, so my father, Papi Senior, wrote a book, a children's book called
Yeah.
Pepe and the Giant Snowball.
Shh, you're too loud. You can't hear the promo. Okay, go ahead.
It's just, I just want you to stop.
That's good.
Anyways, it's called Pepe and the Giant Snowball. It's based on stories that he would tell us when we were kids, based on a penguin named Pepe and his family. And they go on quite the adventure involving a giant snowball. It's great for kids. It's kind of Christmas themed, has some good family values, Christian values as well.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Obviously, I couldn't read it because I don't know how, but my wife read it to me, and I quite liked it and the pictures. So very well done. Shout out to John Taylor
Yes.
for
The amount of
illustrating the
touchdowns
book.
he's scored this year.
Yeah.
Not that Jonathan Taylor, but another John Taylor, who's
Yeah.
also
Yeah.
having an MVP-like season with the
Yes.
illustrations of
Yes.
this children's book. So,
Thank you, John Taylor, artist from the Ark
Yeah.
in the Creation Museum.
so again, that is Pepe and
And-
the Giant Snowball. It is
Yeah.
on Amazon, and
Yeah.
I'm sure other places as well. Maybe we could have a live reading sometime
Ooh.
of Dad reading.
Yeah, maybe we could do a Christmas.
We could dress up in onesies that are way too small
Yeah.
for us, and then we'd be really funny. Like
no,
little kids.
no,
and,
no,
uh,
no.
What? Oh, I just thought it'd be funny. Like,
No, it would not be funny.
Recreate bedtime.
No,
kind of-
no, no,
Low?
no.
Low.
Please keep going.
I don't want it to
Voice crack's
stop.
really bad.
So there's that out of the way.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
No, what do you want?
I was going to say, and we talked about in our previous take of this episode.
Yeah, before Luke
that this
canceled
would,
it.
but this would be
not cancel
released
it.
on Thanksgiving. We
Yeah.
weren't thinking about that beforehand.
We're now thinking about it because it's Thanksgiving, and we just want to thank you all
Yeah.
for watching
Thank
and
you,
listening.
everyone. Thank you. Thank you for making the Sports F.A.M. podcast.
We couldn't do. I would lie and say we couldn't do it without you, but there's not a lot of you, so we definitely are doing it without you. But if you want us to do it with you guys, please like
Yeah.
and subscribe.
That's
and
what we
comment.
prefer.
Yeah.
We'd prefer to do it with
Hey,
you guys.
we've had guests on the show before, and some of them have been listeners. Actually, all
Some
of them
of
have been listeners.
I would
so- Just
well,
saying.
maybe. We don't know that for sure.
And
Listen, Jameis Winston won't message me back. Okay, I'm trying.
Jameis.
I'm
Come
not. I
on.
don't want to make
Trying.
promises, but we could allude to the fact that Jameis Winston may or may not be coming on this podcast at some
Ooh.
point.
So stay tuned.
I have messaged him. It is an unread
Well,
message.
don't say. Well, you just
Yeah.
say
Don't
that
let's
part.
just.
Gotta reel our listeners
So with this being
in.
our
I know.
Thanksgiving episode, it makes sense
But I'll
that we
tag
would.
him so he can see this.
It would make sense that we start out with sharing something that we're thankful for
Yes.
that's sports related. What's something sports related that you're thankful for?
I am thankful for my fantasy football team, who started 4-4.
So is your Thanksgiving kind of a fantasy?
Well, what's one player on your team who's been
Yes.
carrying you all season?
Well, you see, here's the deal. In one of my leagues, I'm 9-3. I just lost because my team is sucking a butt. To put it lightly, Bijan is terrible. Lamar has played like absolute dog water.
Really riding the line on that one, but
stop.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just being honest. I started out 9-2, and I was like really hopeful, and then my team has now sucked, and I've lost, and
Yeah.
I don't like losing. But Jonathan Taylor is on that team. JSN is on that team.
Oh,
Jonathan
gosh.
Taylor, not the
artist, but the
running
football
back
player.
from the Colts.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then my other league, I actually just clinched the playoffs this past week.
Wow.
This league's for money. So if I also started 4-4, and my team looked like it was gonna be terrible because my running backs were like Manungai and like Travis Etienne, and that was it. And my quarterback was Dak. But I have clinched the playoffs. I've gone on a 4-game win streak to clinch the playoffs. And I'm just really happy that Mike Vrabel is finally using Travion Henderson because he is a dog. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Okay.
What makes me so sad is I also have Travion Henderson in one of my leagues, and if he had started giving Travion Henderson the snaps, since they've been giving Travion Henderson the snaps that like starting level, I have won every game.
Snap sounds like a disease. When you say
Or,
he's
never
giving Travion Henderson the snaps, doesn't it sound like he's giving him like the chicken pox or
It sounds
something?
like he's giving him spankings.
He's spanking.
He took me back outside and gave me the snaps.
Yeah, that's why the way you were
with
saying
a belt.
it.
He broke out the belt.
The way you were saying it made me think of that like it's like a
like
disease.
the snap count. Like
No, I know what
the
it
touches,
means.
regardless. But yeah, like ever since he's given, like
Ryan's the
if
king of mansplaining.
well, but all I'm saying is like if they had been doing that with Travion Henderson since like week 1, I probably would be in the playoffs right now. And right now I'm 3-8 in that league.
Bummer.
And I have Christian McCaffrey on that.
So what are you
team.
thankful? What's your
He's bad.
what's your
I have
Christian
Christian McCaffrey and
Thanksgiving?
Travion Henderson, and I'm 3-8.
What's your sports Thanksgiving?
You know what I'm really thankful for?
What are you thankful for, Grant?
I'm thankful for firings, and that sometimes when people do a bad enough job, they get let go.
Okay,
Wow.
that could be
And-
incentive to some people who may have just lost their jobs and been fired.
Well, I would prefer that.
Yeah, it's
happen.
a Thanksgiving episode, G.
I'm thankful that
I'm
the
thankful
people got
that-
fired.
I'm thankful that hopefully, if there is
You can't
a
be thankful for
hope in this
hopeful.
world, that Zach Taylor will probably be fired after
You
this
cannot
season.
be thankful for hopeful. It has to be concrete.
If Burrow's potentially going to play
I don't care.
It's not going to save his job.
tonight, if this releases Thanksgiving.
Okay, I will be. Let me be clear. I do want the Bengals to do bad enough so that they can hit on an actual draft pick for once, and
They won't.
because
That makes no
they won't.
sense.
We'll get into this later. I don't know if Burrow should even be playing, but I do hope they win on Thanksgiving against Baltimore because they never seem to go into Baltimore and win, and the schedule makers always seem to want that primetime game on a Thursday night to be in Baltimore, and it's always like in the Ravens' favor. So I would love for them to actually win and for Burrow to go crazy. But I am thankful for, as a Bengals fan, it's hard to say who I'm I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for DJ Turner. I'm thankful that we found probably an elite level corner. I was looking at his stats from PFF, and he looks amazing. And he's like first and second and like third for like a bunch of different categories as a cornerback. So I'll say I'm thankful for DJ Turner, one of the only bright spots on our defense this year.
Okay, Dad.
I am thankful for a Browns victory.
Whoa!
Woo!
Oh,
Rob, what? That was
I meant this one.
no. What are you doing? You are ruining the board. Not okay. There.
Yeah.
That's why you.
Oh. Wait, it's just going to keep restarting. We've got to write it out.
Oh, no.
We just got to write it out.
No way to
We
edit
just got to
this out.
write it out.
Oh my word.
Play the theme again.
Woo!
So, my Thanksgiving thankful
you don't wanna
sports
wait?
thankful. Yeah.
The Browns are sucky, sucky, sucky brown. Shador is a terrible draft pick.
All right. So I'm thankful for a Browns victory
Thankful.
on Sunday.
I'm thankful you have us. I thought you were going to hit that
Dude,
blue one
so
again.
help me.
I was about to come
I thought
over there
about
and
it.
strangle you.
I thought about it.
Anyway, so that's something I'm thankful for because wins for the Browns these days are very few and far between, if ever.
Ever since Baker left.
So,
Oh.
anyway, so I was thankful
Hurts.
for Browns victory. We scored over 20 points, which is amazing. Myles Garrett is blowing it up. Very possible, and I would say even likely that he breaks the single season sack record.
He needs 5 sacks in 6 games to do it.
I think he
That's
can
so
do it.
doable.
Yeah, he's getting. I don't know how many past games he's had multiple. Like last
I
2 or
think
3
in the
games he's
past,
had.
like 3 games, he's had like 11 sacks.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. So anyway, so I'm thankful that there's something to be excited about for the Browns. even if it's just 1 week at a time.
Well, I mean, and you have Myles Garrett, who will go down as probably the best Browns defensive player of all time.
Oh, easily.
So
already is.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what I'm thankful for.
Awesome.
Nice. Well, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy sports giving.
It's giving
Because
sports.
it's sports fam.
Yeah.
Okay.
And comment down below what your favorite
Yeah.
Thanksgiving dish is.
Yeah.
Mine, mashed potatoes. Grant, what's yours?
It's probably the sweet potato casserole
Okay.
with that mom makes with the marshmallows.
Okay.
Which is,
I like stuffing, but I also
Stuffing what?
stuffing the turkey, baby. Yeah.
Oh!
So and I like Canberry sauce.
Canberry?
Yeah, that's
Because
I
it comes
heard.
in a can.
I heard it called that for the first time on Saturday
I
by
thought you
our
just
very
messed up.
own David Sermon.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were talking about that, and he's like, "Oh, you like Canberry sauce?" I'm like, "I've never heard it called that, but yes, I do."
yeah.
I
shout
like
out to
Canberry
David.
sauce.
That was fun having those guys over
Anyway.
the other day.
Cool.
So yes, comment below
What
on
your favorite dishes and
Thanksgiving
maybe
dish.
we
We
have
already
the
know
same
Luke
dish.
loves mashed potatoes after talking about chess and mashed potatoes for like 20 minutes in an
Yes,
episode.
I also, I don't know if I've shared this before. I think I have. I'll just dip everything else that, like, I'll dip the ham, I'll dip rolls, I'll dip anything in my mashed potatoes and use it as like a sauce that I eat.
like
Like-
a gravy almost,
No, it'd be like a dip. A gravy,
like a gravy.
you top on things. A sauce is like a dipping.
You dip stuff in gravy.
Okay, well, what?
If you're
Yeah.
a Dairy Queen, you
Do you dip
but
stuff in gravy? Yes or no? Yes.
No.
Well, you can, but I would say it's like a. What's the difference between a sauce and a gravy?
Gravy goes on top of what you already put on the plate, and the sauce you dip it in.
Exactly. So that's
Well,
what I'm
no.
saying.
Sauce can be both. Sauce can be both.
Gardner. But I'm talking about, like, I dip. So it's a dip. So I'm dipping my things and, like, swirling around in my mash, and then I'm eating it in my mouth. And I
my
feel
goodness.
like that's probably a sauce.
I just
thing.
had a realization. Do you think he's called Sauce Gardner because sauce covers everything? And he's a corner, and he covers
Well, he's
wide
not
receivers?
covering jack squat. He's doing a terrible job.
What?
Well,
Okay.
he's just,
Anyway,
Bill's only been there for
so
2 weeks.
sauce
We're
or
He was
dip?
also-
I mean, gravy. Is gravy?
What are we talking about?
I don't know. You're
Is
just
this
not
really a
dipping
big
everything
deal?
in your
Is
mashed
this really an
potatoes.
I know.
important topic?
It is. Anyways, Grant, what are you talking about? You have something to say.
Okay. Well, we kind of talked about it. We touched on it a little bit on just okay. So we it's been a while since we've
Get
been
it
here.
out, man. Speak.
we haven't been here in a while. So it's kind of time to just
Obviously.
like
Why are
touch
you looking at
on
me?
state of the sports world. So there's two little quick topics. Let's do the one since we already kind of brought it up a little bit. Do you guys think Joe Burrow should play the rest of the season?
I don't
for
care.
The
I don't
Cincinnati
care
Bengals?
either.
Care. All right, next question.
Here's what's going to happen. He's going to play, and he's going to get injured again.
yeah.
And that's going to be their fault for playing him.
And
at the end of the season.
they're not making the playoffs.
But here's the deal.
No, they're not.
Listen, take this with any other thing. Like, if he can play, if he's off, like he's capable of playing, he should go back to work.
Yeah, no, that's what
So
a
go
lot
back
of
to
people are
work and
saying.
play, Joe.
They're paying him. They're
If
paying
you're
him.
if you're healthy enough to go to work, you're healthy enough to play.
If hold on, well, if him going back to work is detrimental
future of the company.
of the company, would you not want to?
Then you shouldn't have hired him in the first place.
Oh!
Wrong one.
You keep hitting
But
the wrong button.
I just
think you're
guess
doing it on
and
purpose.
hope for the
I'm
best.
just
think you're
saying,
doing
like,
it on
if
purpose.
him not working for your company is detrimental to the company, then you should have never hired him in the first place.
Agreed.
No,
I totally
I just-
agree. I hate the fact that he took that much money. I think it's a scam. And then he's like, I don't understand why we can't pay everybody. It's like, you're taking
no.
all the money.
But so my point though in saying that is, if he's healthy enough to work, he should go to work and play.
I agree with that perspective. I also agree from the perspective for this season. I know what you guys are alluding to. You guys are saying he shouldn't even be the quarterback of the Cincinnati Bengals right now, and they should move
No,
on.
that's not what I'm
No.
saying. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying if you're arguing that, we better not play him because we don't want him to get injured and then ruin himself, then maybe he's actually not who you think he is. Maybe he's so injury prone that he's not as good as what you
That's
think he
not
might
why
be.
you would do it. Why you would do it is you would use the injury as an excuse to not play him so you tank and get a better draft pick and get rid of your head coach. That's
But
why
here's
they
the
would
deal.
do it.
That's
No,
great in
no.
a perfect scenario, but the Bengals suck at drafting. They suck because all they do is
Yeah.
here's what they'll do. we have our guys. We're going to get our guys no matter what, no matter how bad of a reach it is. Well, your guys are terrible.
I know,
Stop doing that.
Yeah,
It's never worked.
Someone said
Ever.
they have most scouting departments in the NFL have about like 12 to 14 scouts. The Bengals have 6. So, and they are so first of all, they're undermanned at the scouting level, and I think they're just Duke Tobin and Zach Taylor and all those guys. I think they're just horrible at evaluating talent. They're all like, oh, this guy, Shamar Stewart, perfect example, who I do think could be good, but their thought process is like, let's get a guy who's athletically super insane, but doesn't have as much of the production, and we will develop him to get the production.
Okay.
They have proven they cannot develop players.
Here's what I'll say to the Shamar Stewart thing, and then we need to go back to answer your question.
Yes.
Shamar.
Okay.
We kind of got off topic.
Shamar Stewart, is, in my opinion, is probably going to be a bust because he's shown.
I think he will be.
Here's
unfortunately.
why. Because because there's no Trey Hendrickson, so he is your number one defensive end, and he's not doing squat.
They're also doubling him most of the time.
yeah,
Let's be clear.
that
They are
typically
doubling
doesn't
him
help.
every time.
I know, but I'm just saying.
But the thing with Shamar Stewart is production is everything in football.
Yeah.
It's like if you can't, it's like, oh, this Anthony Richardson is the perfect example. He's had horrible stats his entire career of football, like going back to high school. But he was so athletically gifted that people were like, well, yeah, well,
He's
He'll
got
make
an
it- he'll make
arm,
up
and he's
for
got
it.
a great. He'll make up for the.
He's
Yeah.
a project. He's been a project for so long, and it's like, sure, he's athletically gifted, but he just doesn't have the talent. You can be so much athletic, but if you don't, I think of like, the perfect example of this is I think of like Ben Roethlisberger, who was like, in my opinion, he's not running for yards, but he's a big body, but he has a good pocket presence, but he could sling that
Yes, he
motherfucking
could.
football
It's
like
much
nobody
to a Bengals
else.
fans' pain.
Listen,
Yes.
so all that being said, to your question, should Joe Burrow play Thursday night? I say if he's healthy enough to go, they're paying him the money to play, he should play. And then if it ends up with them getting a worse draft pick, then so be it. I mean, at least you've proven that this kid is actually as good as he is.
Yeah.
He's able to do what he can do. To me, this is an opportunity for Joe to prove, is he really all that good? To me, like, can you make that big of a difference on a team?
And
you
that's
coming
why,
back?
and that's why, as much as I want unfortunately for the future of the franchise, I think it's better for us to do worse the rest of the season for this season. But I will say, for a Joe Burrow perspective, I actually do want them to win, and I want him to play well, because I think there's a lot of people who are like, oh, Joe Burrow's not even that good. Like, look at what they did with Joe Flacco and all that stuff. And frankly, and I agree, Joe Flacco's good. But I think we just saw this past Sunday why Joe Burrow is a better quarterback than Joe Flacco. I think there were some plays that Joe Flacco, frankly,
To be fair, he didn't have Chase, and T. Higgins went out with
I don't
went
care.
out
Joe Burrow
with
has
a
played
concussion.
without one of those guys on the field at multiple
and
times. in his
Flacco
career.
didn't have any of them.
I think Burrow has played without Jamar Chase and
just
T. Higgins
saying.
a couple games before,
I think it'd be-
and he still was throwing. And
I would
doing
love.
well.
I would love
Okay,
to see
hold
Joe
on,
Burrow
hold
without
on.
without
You have no
Chase
stats
or
to back
Higgins.
that up. Zero.
No, it was
Show me the
like
game.
seasons ago.
Show
It was like
me-
a couple seasons.
Then
2-3
show me
seasons
his
ago.
stats.
I
Okay.
don't have those
Well,
right now, but
hold
it was
on.
like a few
But you
seasons
then
ago.
you cannot say that Joe Burrow has done better if you don't know.
I can tell you right now that throw that Joe Flacco made to a guy who was literally watching the running back and throws a check down when the linebacker's right there and got picked off, pick six, Burrow would not have made that mistake. That was a clear blunder, and you will even back me up. That is what you get when you pay for Joe Flacco. He's a gunslinger, and he knows ball, and he's a good game manager, and he makes smart decisions, but he also has...
He can be a turnover king.
Exactly. Burrow,
He's like
last
less
season...
exciting Jameis Winston.
Burrow,
Yes.
who also had an incredible game this past Sunday. Dude, he went crazy.
Yeah.
But
So yes or no? Answer your question.
I think, personally, Burrow should sit the rest of the season. I think your season's over. There's no point to... I get it from the perspective. I 100% agree from the perspective that you paid him. He needs to play. For that reason alone, I say yes. But for every other single reason, no. You are not going to change unless this team does bad enough to force the ownership's hand.
I'll give you another
No.
take why he should play. Money.
Money.
Meaning, very few people would, in my opinion, would watch the Thursday night game if Burrow doesn't play.
Sure, fair.
Well, yeah, Lamar might not play either.
Right. You don't get those guys playing, forget it. Who cares? I'm not watching that game.
From the NFL wants him to play.
Yeah, for
on
sure.
Sunday night.
So Burrow
100%.
plays.
Or Thursday night. Sorry.
Burrow plays. Luke?
Yeah, and I hope they win. For this week,
Yeah,
I hope they win.
I'd love for them to win out. I think it'd make for interesting and exciting football.
No. Because if they win out, then that gives the organization every reason to keep things.
Can I say my dream scenario?
Go for it.
My dream scenario.
It's going to make me mad because he wants to read.
No.
It's fine.
The Bengals get sold to a different owner. Hopefully they stay in Cincinnati.
I don't think they would.
But if they don't stay in Cincinnati, that's okay. They'll still be my team. But they'll go to somebody who actually just wants the franchise to succeed. And then maybe we'll realize that Joe Burrow, as good as he is when healthy, isn't healthy that often. So we're paying a bajillions of dollars for a guy who plays every other year and then tanks our hopes, and then we do bad, and then we fail, and all our money's going to him when we could probably sell him. Jamar Chase is young enough to where we could draft a good quarterback. Or, heck, we could go get a younger guy. I don't know who. Maybe we could trade Drake May. Oh my gosh, look at that. We get Drake May. And then Drake May will be the quarterback of the Bengals for the future, and it'll lead us to a Super Bowl.
So I was listening to my Browns podcast that I listened to.
Yeah.
And they were saying if you put Joe Burrow on the Browns right now, they could be potential Super Bowl contenders.
Dude, have you seen the comments that are Browns fans saying, "Hey Bengals, can we just combine our teams? We get your offense, you get our defense. We'd be the best team."
With our defense and him at the
Oh my goodness, we'd be.
I don't know though.
Right
I don't know because our receivers are trash.
They said the Bengals offense. That's Jamar and T.
All they need is Njoku.
I was saying just bring Burrow as the quarterback.
You know what? I still think you guys do better because I do think he brings out the best in.
Well, defense wins championships. So
yeah, you don't have to score a ton because the Browns defense is stellar.
If the Browns are able to put up 24 points on a team, or even heck 21 points, their chances of winning are incredibly high.
Yeah. Okay. So does he play or not play?
Do you think he should play the rest of the season?
He's going to play.
That's
he's
not
going
the
to play.
question.
No. Well, he's going to play. I don't want him to, but I think he probably should play because we're paying him all this money.
Sure.
But I don't want him to because the end goal is for Zach Taylor to be gone.
Yeah.
And people to realize that he's a bad coach. And Joe Flacco kind of bailed him out because he kind of balled out. And then Zach Taylor was like, well, it's not my fault. Well, you're the head coach, dummy. You're not just the offensive coordinator. You're also the head coach, which means you also head coach defense in some way.
The whole team.
So it's your fault. We're losing games. You're the guy to blame.
You know what's crazy? With Flacco playing well, they've still only won one game.
Yeah, exactly. And that's, say
That's
what you want,
point.
but that's coaching.
They're 3-8. Your record is indicative.
You guys have the same record as the Browns.
I know.
Twinsies.
That reason alone should get Zach Taylor
and you know
fired.
What's crazy?
No offense.
You know what's crazy? I think the Browns team's better.
Yeah, I think so too.
See.
I think their defense makes them a better.
We
team
should
than
have won the
Bengals.
first game against them.
You should
because our kicker,
Yep.
which by the way, how many views now? Papi goes viral.
29,000 on.
Wow.
Yeah, you have so many.
All right, so,
So
we have the question.
We have a no.
This is the dumbest
We all.
conversation.
So yes.
Oh, I think 100%. I think he should play.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Regardless of
Yeah, I think it's the only way you're going to get change. And frankly, the higher draft pick you have, the less likely the Bengals are to mess it up because it's too glaringly obvious.
So
okay,
who makes the decision if he plays or not? The coaches.
Me.
So the coach is gonna be like, he's gonna play. He's gonna keep his job.
That's another thing that somebody brought up. Okay, so,
you did say this was quick, and it's not being quick.
I know, but it's because this was a huge deal that I found out. So, first of all, I think the Bengals win this game on Sunday if Joe Burrow is a quarterback. Personally, I do. Because it was close. They were in it. They were close. I really do think Joe Flacco threw what? How many interceptions?
1.
No, it was more than that.
Nope, it was 1.
It was 1. It was the pick 6.
Was that the only one he had?
Yep.
Okay, regardless, I still think they win because what was the defense actually played well. I think they win if Joe Burrow's anyway, regardless.
Are you watching
That's my
Ohio
opinion.
State?
But somebody else said
Hold on, I was looking up the
somebody
stats.
said that Joe Burrow came out and told them and said, I felt ready and healthy and I could have played on Sunday. But
obviously they're gonna take care of him to make sure he's not being rushed. Every football player is tough and is like, yeah, I could have played. I could have played.
My point being, and this comes back to the coaches. You were 3-7. your best chance to win a division is to get to 10-7. If Burrow gives you that best chance and he says, I can play, I'm ready to go, and you choose not to play him, that's a bad coaching decision.
I think then they also realize that, you got to think of the team they're playing against, though, is the Patriots. They're 9-2, and they
10-2 now.
10-2, but they were 9-2. They're the best team in the AFC, looks like it. And you're like, the odds of you winning anyway with the defense that you have, you're like, even if we tried to rush him, the risk of him being injured goes up, and the odds of us winning this game with him are not that high anyway. So we might as well just sit him. We'll take the loss. Hindsight is always going to be 20/20.
Right, of course.
I don't think the Bengals thought that their defense was actually going to
ball out and
play
do
very,
really
very well against Drake
Yeah.
May. But I think they probably were thinking that this is a matchup that they don't know if they could win anyway, even with Burrow, so they'd rather be cautious and just sit him and then, go from there. But
anyway, that was just a fun little thing I heard. But
It wasn't
I want to
fun.
go to the
Okay.
next. I want to go to the next thing.
Okay.
I want to talk about the Stefanski and Shedeur Sanders situation a little bit.
Okay.
I want to get your thoughts. Like, I'm here. I heard some people be like, just to address it, you've told me
Yeah.
off camera, but some people are like, what does Stefanski have against Shedeur Sanders?
I don't think he has anything against Shedeur Sanders. And honestly, I think he's actually been protecting him. I know that's a different take than what most people think. I really do. I think there were some things that he wasn't ready. And so if he was ready and they thought he was ready and they thought he could win some games for them, they would have started him over Dylan Gabriel. I think Dylan Gabriel has more experience. I think Dylan Gabriel is more of a system kind of quarterback that probably fits a Stefanski kind of offense.
can't really throw the ball more than 10 yards.
No, well, but Stefanski's offense is not so much a downfield threat. It's just timing. It's all timing. And I think he thought Gabriel, with his experience and everything, his accuracy, he's going to fit into that kind of system. Shedeur, though, but the podcast I listened to, 92.3, The Fan, two of the guys that were on there had Mary Kay Cabot, who is the lead reporter for the Cleveland Browns. They asked them they asked her that same question. She said, what people don't realize is actually after practice, I don't know if it's every day, but quite often, Stefanski has Shedeur visit him in his office, and they talk through offensive system, and they talk through. So any of this thinking that Stefanski isn't for Shedeur or is holding a grudge or whatever, based upon that report, that's not true. He's actually, based upon the report, having him in his office, teaching him, trying to help him understand, get him up to speed. So I don't think there really is any beef. I think Stefanski's, and she even said, Kevin Stefanski is not one who's going to give you all the details. He's going to take it on the chin. He's going to be as bland and going to be as general as you possibly can. And that's what he's been. And so that's my take on it. I don't think he has anything against Shedeur. I think there's things with Shedeur that needed a lot of work. As far as his footwork, he would always retreat, when there was pressure. Now, I think he's seen a lot of growth in him because this past game, he took one sack. It was for 3 yards. You saw a lot of improvement, and I think that comes from practice. I think it comes from knowledge that he's gained over the 6 or 7 games so far that he's been able to observe. So, anyway.
How would you grade his performance this past Sunday?
Average.
Like a 5 out of 10. I mean,
Yeah.
he had a touchdown pass, but it was a 66-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
That was a literal
Yeah.
screen
But
pass.
he did have a bomb to Isaiah Bond.
He did like a 40-yard
It was huge. He was
Bomb.
scrambling. Yeah, he was
Isaiah Bond.
Isaiah Bond. Yeah, and so he had that, and it was amazing. Go watch the reel of Myles Garrett is he's in awe that he could through it, that he did that.
Probably because Dylan Gabriel could never.
No.
He's like,
So
I
I thought-
I haven't seen this from one of our quarterbacks since
I
Flacco
think-
was here.
And one thing too, I will say that, and I think this is what kind of has rubbed me a little bit wrong with Shedeur. Sometimes it comes across like an attitude, kind of like an arrogance or pompousness to him a little bit. But I got thinking about this the other day, and I thought, you know what? One thing you're going to need is you're going to need confidence, especially as a Browns quarterback. You're not going to need to be shaken. You're not. So what might come across as dude, just be quiet. Don't say that kind of stuff. you're gonna get the good and you're gonna get the bad with the good. And so I got thinking, I'm like, okay, you know what? If he's pretty calm and he really thinks that, and that's how he gets through, and he ends up being great, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one game. Once people get tape on him, let's see how he does the next 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
let's just see.
Yeah, and I can't help but like I agree with you from the interview standpoint. Like I see it and I'm just like, I don't always love the attitude or just like the showy stuff that comes with it, but like I also can't help but want, like I've seen some of the other stuff of like how he felt when he kept sliding in the draft and like how that was really hard for him. And like then he's named like the 3rd or 4th string QB on the Browns and for disciplinary reasons, but like there's also a part of me that's like, well, because didn't he was like speeding or something and he shouldn't
The LeBron legacy.
He did the Rashi Rice thing.
No, he did not. Rashi Rice's was way worse.
Well, yeah, he did part of the
Rashi
step
Rice's
one of
was a
what Rashi
literal
Rice did.
hit and run,
Yeah.
and like I'm pretty sure people died.
He just
so.
ran. But anyway, so with Shador, there was some stuff that I saw, and I'm just like, man, like you can't help but feel for him during some of that stuff.
Yeah.
And so there is a part of me, it's like, you know what? I kind of do want him to succeed. Like, not against my team, but like
I
against
hope
other
he
teams.
does. I hope he's
want him
the
to do well.
franchise
Yeah.
quarterback. I mean,
Yeah.
I really do. Finally, I would. I hope that. Like,
Well, you hope he's the franchise quarterback, and you guys don't get rid of him.
Oh man, I hope that by the end of the season we're like, dude, we found our guy, and then we have a ton of like
You can
first
go
round
get
draft
receivers
picks.
next
We can
year,
get
next draft.
Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate. Get
Well,
both
they're
of
not going to be available this next draft.
Carnell Tate will.
Carnell Tate,
he
yes.
will be.
Smith will not.
I don't
be.
think Smith is
Yeah.
available, but I would go get Tate.
Smith will not.
Speaking of Jeremiah Smith,
What,
he's so good.
dude? He's
He's so good at football.
How about the Buckeyes?
The Buckeyes are also so good at
Dude.
football.
And basketball, they're 5-0.
They
They're kinda
beat
just
somebody
having a
big,
major
didn't they,
year.
recently?
They yes, I forget who, but they're 5-0.
Good for them.
Ohio State as a whole is just like
After tonight, they should be
celebrating
6-0.
success. When do y'all
They're
play
winning.
Michigan though? When do you guys play Michigan
In basketball?
No, football.
Oh, this Saturday.
Okay.
The game.
Ryan Day. I'm looking at the camera. This is your time because this is the one gripe that Ohio State fans have with you.
I don't care.
And I support you for winning national championships, but there are people who do not
the whole
care.
Point of that's the whole point is to win a national. I don't.
I know.
You know
I
why?
agree with
you know why? You know
I
why?
agree with you.
You know
so
why it's
much.
a big deal?
Go
you know why
ahead.
it's a big deal? Because Michigan fans are so terrible. They are so mad. They're like, well, you didn't beat us. You barely won 5 games last year. I don't want to talk. We won the national championship. We did what a good team's supposed to do. Also, newsflash, your quarterback, J.J. McCarthy, the so-called prodigal son, he sucks at football. He's terrible. 9 is awful at football. He is
Also-
making Justin Jefferson the best wide receiver in the world, who is literally like on pace to be the best wide receiver in history, look like Jerry Jeudy. He's terrible.
No, I agree with that.
Justin Jefferson's still doing better than Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy.
Every other
Last
receiver,
year. Jerry
every
Jeudy
receiver is
last
doing
year.
better than Jerry Jeudy.
Jeudy looks bad.
Anyway,
He does not look good.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
so yeah.
Also, I love that J.J. McCarthy I'm 9 now. I'm like, dude, do you know how many other quarterbacks could have taken, like Drew Brees,
yeah.
like all these guys
Joe
could
Burrow,
have, Joe
Matthew
Burrow,
Stafford.
all these guys that should have the nickname 9 that have earned the right to have a cool nickname, and he's just like,
Yeah.
I'm 9 now. So when you say you're 9, does that mean you throw 3 picks instead
No.
of 5?
9
Like,
is for the
what's-
amount of completions he completes in a game.
In 2
Oh, I
games.
thought it was going to be how many interceptions he throws per
Yeah.
game, but
That
you know,
too.
that's
So coming back to the original question, I answered about the
Shador,
Shador Stefanski. Do you guys have any
His
takes on
completion
that?
percentage.
Or let's move forward.
I was just
That's cool.
Yeah, I hope
Okay.
I hope he
I like it.
succeeds.
Good.
I would
Good
like to
answer.
see Shador, and for the Sanders legacy, like Dion, to see another man. That'd be cool just to see like, oh, Dion did it on
Yeah.
this side, and Shador did this, and yeah. So I think it'd be cool to see him
Yeah.
succeed. I'd love to do that. So
All right, what else can we talk about? What's the weirdest sound you can make?
All right.
Make the weirdest sound you can make.
when Dad Wheeze laughs,
No. Just try to make the weirdest sound. Okay. I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
it was funnier when it was not going on for 20 minutes.
What's
but-
yours? What's the weirdest sound you can make?
Do you have one, Luke?
No, I'm just gonna go for it. Shoot from the hip. like Kung Fu Panda when he gets stuck with the.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah. When he gets, oh gosh, that was like a horror, like a banshee.
Ouch.
It was a terrible.
Kind of hurt.
It's like a pterodactyl mixed with a ghost. Or
that was the worst segment in the history of Sports Fan.
It was the best. Thanks, guys. Everybody, comment how cool it was. And
All
then
right,
mine
so let's
was
move
better.
on. Let's move on.
Okay. So,
Believe in monsters.
Seriously, okay. So I get like during Halloween, I got some like monster content. I'll be real, a lot of it was like AI, but it was fun just like watching like, oh, like monsters, it's kind of cool. Like, oh, this is some video footage we found of I don't know what's it called, like a skinwalker working in someone's backyard. I'm like, oh, it's creepy even though it's fake. But I was just like, what do you guys think about like the monsters, like Bigfoot and like the Loch Ness monsters and stuff like that? You guys don't think any of that stuff's real?
No.
None?
I guess
you don't think any of it?
It depends on how you define a monster. Like, yes, were dinosaurs monsters? Are they considered monsters? Then yes.
They did exist at one point.
I'm saying,
would you say demons are monsters? And if so, then yes.
The
monsters.
They did the monster mash.
I knew that was coming.
The D-Monster Mash.
So, yes.
Luke, that's terrible.
Yeah, so I would believe. So, if we're defining monsters in that way, then absolutely I would say yes.
So
I don't believe in like the
because there's demonic influence and demons. I mean, the scriptures speak to that. So
if I'm hearing you correctly, you're saying what you think most monster encounter stuff is. I think, well, for me, I think it depends on what we're talking about. If we're talking like Bigfoot or like Loch Ness Monster, I'm like, I think there's some animals out there that we have not yet to like classify. Like, especially in the ocean, we've barely explored like how much of our ocean have we even. That's why I don't want to go all the way down.
Yeah, but that's where you have to define how are you defining a monster? Like, is
because a monster is just an animal. Well,
depending on what we're talking about.
So I'm saying
you have to define what it
is a box jellyfish a monster?
Okay, how about let's put it this way:
is an octopus a monster?
I will give you
has 8 legs.
I will give. Here's a different way we can do this question. I will give you the name of a monster, and you have to try and come up with an explanation of what you think it is, without knowing like.
Why can't you just say if we believe it or not?
Yeah, but then describe, like, what do you think? Just say, like, what you think it is. So, like you said, oh, I think it's, like, a demon or, like, something like that. Right? So, like,
some animals were the monsters.
Yeah, that's facts. Whoa. And you know what? Humans can be some of the worst monsters of all. Do you see some of the messed up stuff that humans do? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's true.
It's terrible.
It's true.
Okay, so one monster. I'm going to go with, let's just do Loch Ness Monster. What do you think the explanation for that one is?
It was fake, wasn't it? It was a guy who tried to be famous and he made that picture and he falsified it. So
okay.
Sure, I believe that.
Cool.
Yeah. I agree. I think that picture was fake, but do I think there could be something down there? Sure.
Well, there could be something down anywhere.
Yeah, but in a lake?
Yeah,
it's like one of the.
I don't know how that would that huge thing would live in there.
Is it deeper than Challenger's Deep? Is it deeper than the Mariana Trench?
We are not going there.
I think there could be something in Challenger Deep.
Like what?
The deepest part of the ocean. I don't know.
Yeah. So, what's your next monster?
Okay.
Supposed monster.
All right. So, okay. What do you think what's the name of the one ocean creature? The Kraken.
Oh.
What's Kraken-lacken?
Kraken-lacken.
I mean, it's just a big octopus. I mean, sure. I don't know. I don't think like what to their size that they think it is that big. No. But there's like big octopus.
Yeah, I don't know.
And squid. There's big squid.
I mean, I just think of like, even in biblical.
Stop saying squid.
Biblical times, like you have, Leviathan and other. And there's different thoughts on what that might have been, but it could be. I don't know. I just don't.
Isn't the Kraken just a giant squid? Is that not what it's supposed to be?
I mean, I guess.
Then yeah, sure, because there's giant squids.
Okay.
That's it.
Next.
Yeah.
Next.
Giant squid.
Dude, easy.
Okay.
That was simple.
Acing this test.
What do you guys
nerd.
think? What do you guys like? How would you explain to somebody who's like, yeah, I had like ghost encounters?
Were you awake?
And were you high?
I mean, I think.
I have Holy Ghost encounters.
Oh,
yes!
Praise the Lord!
Yes!
Get up in here! Woo! Sorry.
That's right.
Hallelujah. Okay. I mean, I think the mind sees what it wants to see. 2, I think
It's good.
when I'm like, if I sleep and I wake up in the middle of the night and I like just wait, I mean, my mind thinks all sorts of things because I'm like, am I even
Yeah.
like? So there's that, and then I think the other thing is like, if I want to see that there's a ghost and I want to really believe that there's a ghost, anything that ever happens, any sound, I'm like, it's a ghost. It's a ghost. And then, like, obviously, like, I don't know. I don't think that there's any real way for ghosts to exist because you either go to heaven or you go to hell. There's no in-between purgatory. So it's like, why would your soul be here if...
Well, and I would say to that, though, I'd say, like, there's reference to unclean spirits in Scripture, and so those
Like
could be
pigs?
described as evil ghosts, if you will, that influence or that are present.
But are
And
those
so-
different than demons?
No, I would say that there's the same.
Okay.
So I could
Okay.
say in that case, then yes, that
Okay.
there's an unclean demonic spirit
Yeah.
or ghost that's present either in someone or a place or whatever it might be.
Okay. See, I like that. I like that explanation. Unfortunately, that's why like whenever somebody tells a ghost story, I think a lot of times you run into the dichotomy of like, okay, there's two different types of people. You believe in ghosts or you don't. And it's like, I don't think I necessarily fall into either of those categories, even though I think that's where the split is. Because I think there's the idea of like, no, there's no such thing as ghosts, or like, there's absolutely such a thing as ghosts. I don't think there's such a thing as ghosts, but I believe in demons. And so that's why when someone's telling me a ghost story, like I had
It's
an
a
English
demon story.
Well,
Yeah, it might be.
Dude, my English teacher told me a story like back in middle school, and it was freaky.
Who was his name? Mr.
Mrs. Burns.
Oh, I thought you were talking about, what was the one guy who
Mr.
was
Kern?
No, the one guy who was in high school where you had, who was like crazy.
In high school?
Yeah, in co-op. What was his name?
Was it about politics and stuff?
Yes.
Mr. Clayton?
Yeah, Mr. Clayton. He
was awesome,
He
though.
subbed at NBCA, and everyone was like, that dude is crazy. Was he the one who was like, what did he say? Oh my gosh, he was nuts. He said all sorts of crazy
But
things.
he was
and-
also a really good teacher, though. I actually really liked him. But
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The bells, the bells, the bells. He was like screaming that in a classroom, and I don't know why.
I do remember hearing that.
And someone videotaped it. It was so funny.
I do remember. hearing
So
that
have we
story.
answered your question?
Well, yeah. Well, I think.
Did we ace it?
Well, I think
Commercial
a
break.
lot of it's not necessarily. Anyway.
Pepe and the giant snowball.
Well, I was going to
coming
say
to a
with
store near you.
that's
Brought to
why
you
whenever
by
somebody Empire Publishing.
Inspire Publishing.
Empire Publishing.
Inspire.
Anyway, my last point to add is that's why like whenever somebody tells me a ghost story, I don't entirely write it off because I have heard some stuff that I'm like, I'm not gonna lie,
Hey.
like I don't think you saw. I'm like, you might not have seen a monster or a ghost, but like I 100% believe in demons, and what you described was messed up,
Yeah.
and I 100%
Hey,
believe that.
the Apostle Paul said, "We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers." Talk about the spirit realm. So yeah,
Yeah, I've heard some scary stuff that I'm just like, dude. Dustin Montgomery, I think, told me a scary story once, and I was like, dude,
I'm not surprised.
freaky.
He's been in some scary places.
joke.
Yeah,
He
I've
trapped-
heard some scary stuff that is like, that's why I don't mess with, like, I don't personally, I don't go seeking that stuff out because it's
No way.
like, even if I don't encounter a quote unquote ghost, I may instantly encounter something else that I don't want to deal with and I don't want to be a part of, and that's why I don't want to do it. I don't want to touch it. But anyway,
No, that's good. That's good. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're gonna move on. That was good.
Good.
Well,
That's a good question.
I was gonna ask.
It got kind of serious there. That was pretty good.
Well, I was gonna ask like for a more fun aspect to it. Like, what's the scariest thing that has ever happened to you guys? Like that may not necessarily have like the. Like it was weird. Like I'm not talking about like this time where
no.
you got stuck on like the boat and like that was
Yeah,
scary,
yeah,
but
yeah.
that was like what was going on.
One
But, like,
time,
Like the unexplained scary.
One time I woke up because I felt like something crawling on me, so I like swatted at it, and I was like, whoa, and it felt like a spider, and then I got out of bed and I accidentally hit my wife, not hard, while I was flinging around.
Seriously?
And
Sorry,
then I got
Emily.
out of bed, and she was like, obviously, like, whoa, what is
What are you
happening?
doing?
My husband has suddenly become abusive. Like,
Yeah,
what is
what in the
going
world?
on?
Man.
And I was like, I thought I felt a spider on me. And I was like, but it's probably nothing. And she's like, well, if you felt a spider, we should probably check in just to make sure.
That's a supportive wife right there.
And
man.
then we lifted over the covers and we shined his flashlight on, and there was like a little spider.
So that's not unexplained.
That's not
unexplained.
scary.
Your story
And
was
then-
like, so one time I felt a spider and there was a spider.
Wait.
It's not
And then I
scary.
couldn't go to bed because I was scared.
Oh, I've been there
That's
before.
Still not okay. Whatever.
I was like, I can't do it.
What's the weirdest
I don't know.
scary thing that's happened to you?
I don't know. I'd have to think more about that. Nothing comes immediately to mind. I'm sure that's been the case, but
Also, one time I sprained my ankle really bad.
You do not understand the point
I don't
of this
know
game.
if you're
Hey, we
understanding this
Where did
question.
you understand the
me.
point of this game?
Anyway, do you have one, G?
The only
Jumanji.
okay, so like the problem is everything that I used to think was like, oh man, like I don't know exactly what happened there. We found out was like pranks from our cousins or something like that. And so
Yeah.
the weirdest thing that I can think of is
One time I woke up and just a bunch of people around me were screaming, nightmare, nightmare, nightmare.
or they would sacrifice me to the Sasquatch. Remember that? And then the trailer, we'd all like freak ourselves out talking about, oh, the Sasquatch is
the
outside.
Squatch.
Guys, huddle up. Give him Grant. Give him Grant. They kick me out of the huddle. And I'd be like, no, please. And they
Kind of like
kick me.
traumatizing.
That is kind of, yeah,
They
no
would-
joke.
I was always like the cannon fodder. Just be like, oh, yeah, they'll take Grant and leave us alone.
I thought you were Connor. They just put Connor on the wedgie tree.
No,
Let him hang.
Connor was just like, whenever he got too much for some of the older cousins, they just dealt with him that way. And then when it was prank time, it was me. But I'd say like the thing that actually like scared me, especially growing up, was I got night terrors a lot.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah.
And the scary thing with night terrors, and I'll get to I'm gonna get to that specifically. It's kind of funny now, but the scary thing with night terrors, for those who don't know, is when you wake up, you don't. There's a scientific explanation I heard for it, but it's like
your best.
you're awake but you're not, and so like the dream part of your brain is still going, and so your eyes are open but you're still stuck.
Your heart
and
is
that's
closed.
what's scary is because you might be in like a really scary situation in the dream and you're awake but you don't know it yet, and you're it's like your brain isn't caught up with your body.
Yeah.
And
Like,
so-
oh my word, I'm falling down this cliff as you're like falling down the stairs.
No, I think that just sometimes like
boom, 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 boom.
I think that's just like normal, like, but you're
I
still
hope
asleep.
not.
But like there were times where like my eyes would be open
Yeah,
as
I
a
remember.
kid, and I'd be in like sometimes it wasn't even like a ghost thing or whatever. It's just like a noise, like getting louder and louder and louder, and it would just scare me. But then there was this one time, and I'm an adult, like full on adult. I'm 24.
This happened like 2 years ago, by the way.
This happened 2 years ago, and so I was living in this like
You were
apartment.
my age.
Yes. I'm
Oh
the
my
age you are
gosh,
now.
I'm 24.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Happy late birthday
Oh,
to
yeah,
Luke.
it
By
was
the
my
Happy
way.
birthday, Luke.
I didn't mean to do that just to shout my
I
own
hit the
birthday.
right button.
But
Yeah,
it
that's
is
right.
crazy.
Go ahead.
Anyway, so the scary, like I said, night terrors were horrible for me growing up. I've been on medication for them as a kid, and that's actually why like I have a bit of a tremors, because it's a side effect from it. But flash forward to when I'm 24, and me and Luke are living in this like condo apartment situation over near NKU.
Mind you, I lived there for a week. It wasn't like I lived
All
there
right,
for a
let's
week.
move it along. Let's move it along.
Luke is at the time, he's sleeping in my room, and
Sounds
I
like
have
Luke was
this-
the one who's scared, sleeping in your room.
he
Do
probably
you want me
got
to
scared.
really tell why?
No.
Okay.
No. So
It involved a freight train.
I was in a dream. I remember actually exactly what was going on in my dream. So we had just moved out like what, 2-3 weeks ago. It was very recent.
no,
So
a week ago.
really?
Not even.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
So it's not really that important, but it was recent. And so in my brain, I wake up in this dream. I'm in a dream, but I wake up, and so I'm standing in mom and dad's bedroom. And they're like, son, what are you doing home? And I'm like, I don't know. I just woke up and I'm here. Which in my brain, I'm like, that's freaky. How did I like sleepwalk / drive all the way over? But anyway, so then I'm like freaking out. Then I fall, like the dream changes or whatever. I wake up in my room and I'm hearing voices. I'm hearing noises. And
Just
that's
me whispering in the ear.
No, it was, I don't even know what it was, but it's freaky. Like I'm freaking out. But in my head, in the dream, it's me in my bed awake. So I'm like in a dream that's taking place in the very place where I'm laying down asleep. But I don't know that it's a dream because it's so real. So I'm freaking out, and to the point where then I think I wake up or start to wake up, but I don't know if I'm actually awake. Because all of what just happened is so like realistic, and I'm like, if this is actually happening, this is actually concerning. So I wake up, Luke.
Mind you, this can I say my POV?
Yeah,
I get waking
Luke,
up.
Yeah,
I get woken up and go, Luke. Yeah. Are you real? Yeah. Okay.
No, it was more than that. It was more than that. So I wake up, Lucas. I'm freaking out. Like I don't know what's real and what's not. That's a very scary thing to
That's true.
It's very scary, and it's also the middle of the night, which is the worst.
Yeah, I know.
So Luke's dealing with this, my crap during the middle of this. But anyway, so I'm freaking out. But the funniest part is it's sad and scary in the moment, but looking back, it's hilarious. I tell Luke, I'm like, "Are you real?" He's like, "Yes, Grant. Like, I'm real." I'm like, "This is gonna sound crazy, but can you touch my hand right now just to tell me, just so I know you're real?" Which in my head, I'm freaking out right now.
I should have pretended to let my hand pass through yours. I can't touch you.
I would have cried. I straight up would have. I crowed. I straight up would have crewed. I would have lost it. It was terrible, but I appreciate you being like, okay, he's I don't know what he's having an episode. But
I just wanted to go to bed. I that's all I wanted.
He's like, if this will get you to shut up, I'll touch your hand. But it's like
I just go.
He just like touches my hand. No, I think he just like taps it and immediately
Touch my hand.
He licks it.
Put your whole hand in my mouth.
I would have screamed.
You bite him. You bite his hand.
I still. Oh my gosh!
Just put my
That's
hand
how you get
over your face.
I'm here, Grant.
It is I, the hand.
It's me, the devil.
All right. Anyway, hurry up! Come on, let's go.
So anyway,
That's it.
10 minutes later, let's go.
As soon as Luke touched my hand, I immediately like relaxed because I was like, okay, this is what's happening now is real. I know I'm awake. But in the moment, it was so scary. And then to just like when I'm half awake, half asleep, hearing like random voices coming from like, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
So that's the only explanation I have for that is it was a night terror. It had to be, and it makes sense because I had them as a kid. But that's the closest.
Whispering really loudly.
No, you were asleep, but it was.
Luke was probably causing it all, like VR or something like that.
But in hindsight, it's a funny story now because of Luke's perspective. But in the moment, I was terrified.
Luke, are you real?
This is so crazy. Can you touch my hand?
Can you touch my hand? Yeah.
Anyway, that's probably the scariest thing like in
He's
recent
the older
years.
brother, by the way.
Yeah. It's all right.
Luke, I don't care how old you are. If you are in a situation where you do not know what's real or not and it's the middle of the night, it is a terrifying situation.
I would just get over it.
And you're hearing
brother.
voices? You're hearing voices, dude? That's terrifying.
Now, I will say the scariest dreams that I have are like, I totally understand you with the noise thing. I kept having this one dream where like this noise would be coming from somewhere, it just kept getting, and for whatever reason that just is scary. Like a noise that's just like keep getting louder and louder. That's terrifying.
Like closer and closer. Yeah.
Like that's terrifying. I do get that. One thing that I thought was unexplained until I told this story in front of a group of my friends, and then Grant was there and he explained it for me, and I felt dumb.
This is how I get him back in the past for what he did for me.
Meanwhile, mind you, I'm probably like 9 or 10.
Sounds like something I would do too.
Yeah.
9 or 10.
He ruined it for me.
And we were in this house, actually, and we were playing hide and seek with some of our friends. And I was seeking, and everyone else was hiding. And I come down the basement, and I see a hand go up into, there's a little door there that kind of goes leads to like a Harry Potter situation where it's like a room underneath the steps. Where we just have a bunch of storage stuff or whatever.
This
in
isn't
there.
in our house, is it?
Yeah, it is. It happened right here.
Oh, it's that. Little,
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
And I am like, oh, well, there's obviously somebody through there. So I like run after them, and I see like the hand like close the door, or whatever. So I open it and I like look, and I don't see anybody. And I'm like, okay. So then I like go around like in because it leads into the laundry room, and then you come back out. There's like a door right there. You just come back out right into this room. Anyway, and so I like come through the laundry room. I'm looking. I don't see anybody, and I was like, so then I run around and like there's nobody. I didn't see anybody go up the stairs. I didn't see anybody move or leave or whatever.
That'd be kind of freaky.
And I was like, well, I saw somebody, whatever. So then I find everybody or whatever, and we all like get back, and I was like, who was that like went into like the basement door? Like, who was it? And everyone was like, it wasn't me. And I'm like, well, that's just freaking terrifying.
Yeah.
And so,
in the moment, that's awful. That's so scary.
Mind you, up until 3 years ago, I thought I had no idea what had happened. I was like, was there like somebody living in our house that should not have been?
Which that's an actually scary situation.
Yeah.
Like that's
I was very scared for a long time, and I didn't know how to explain it. And then I kind of just chalked it up to being like, maybe I just saw it and it didn't really actually happen or whatever, and I'm just freaking myself out for no reason. So then we're actually kind of in a very similar situation. We're in like a group with our friends. We're on like some retreat with the BCM or something. And we're like around the campfire like, oh, what's like a scary story that's happened to you? And I share the story. And then Grant goes, I think that was me that did that. And I was like, what? He goes, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I did that and just didn't tell you. I'm like, I have nightmares about that exact moment. Like, I was contemplating life all those years. Like, what had happened?
Was it really you, G?
I vaguely remember something along those lines, but it's not even that do I remember it. It's more, it's like, yeah, that sounds like something I would do.
Like, mind you, in a group of our friends, and I'm like,
freak him out. Yeah,
I'm like telling this like story that's like, oh, this is scary, and then Grant's like, yeah, that was just me. I'm like,
Luke's like, really? And guys, we still don't know what happened. Actually,
I was like, well,
that was me. Well, I thought it would be funny.
20 years later,
didn't realize it caused you a lot of trauma. But
yes,
that's hilarious.
Okay,
that's funny. That's
good job.
That's a funny one. But
that happened.
Since we'll say that was like part of the.
That happened.
Yeah.
Since we missed Halloween, we'll say it's like, oh, that was our Halloween.
That was our
segment.
Halloween.
We need to get more consistent with recording.
It's been like 6-7 weeks, dude.
It's been a while.
We missed the whole 6-7 meme because that's how long it was.
Oh crap! I'm sorry.
And we need to do consistent because are you having fun?
Yeah, I'm having a blast.
You said that you wished it was fun, and I want it to be fun for
I tried.
you.
I know
It's a blast,
the
guys.
monster thing took a while.
I like
I'm
the
having a
Monster
blast.
And then
we'll call that segment Monster Mash.
because mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
Monster Mash.
That sounds
potatoes.
like a great title for our episode.
Monster
Mashed Potatoes.
We talk
Anyway,
about mashed potatoes.
all right, so
Fast
we're
facts.
at so let's move on.
Okay, we have another thing. Okay.
One more thing.
It's not one more.
Yes, it is.
Well, one more.
I think so.
Classic dad wants to get out.
I just want to have fun, and then the whole time you're like, when is it over? Ah!
We did talk about the Browns and the Bengals for a while.
Browns,
so
Bengals.
Well, this is gonna be way more fun
Monsters.
than either of those things.
Okay. What?
I think it started. Yeah, I had a lot of fun talking about scary things.
I want to talk about what has been going on in our lives, and I want to share like the most.
Lame.
Overrated.
Oh, we still haven't talked about the volleyball.
I know.
I don't want to. It's not. We had a volleyball tournament. We came
We
in
don't have
second.
to talk about it now.
It was cool. It was fun. We had a good time.
I'll say this on behalf of the boys.
Dad's thoughts.
Some of the best live volleyball I've ever seen in my lifetime. The boys and their team were amazing. They were incredible. They were, in my opinion, the better team of the night. They played as the better team. The team that beat them had one guy that was just...
They had a couple.
They did, but
that's true. They had a
one guy
couple
especially was just... He's a monster.
Unbelievable.
He was a monster.
So I will say this, like the boys and their team, Jared, Ravi, Michael, Josh, they were incredible. Applause to those guys. They crushed it.
Every hear incredible, I go, incredible! I hear incredible!
Anyway.
You're not affiliated with me. Sorry. I have problems.
Anyway, as I was saying,
He admits it. Sorry, I have problems.
As I was saying, they did great. They did not come out on top, but they were so fun to watch. Their team was a blast to watch. They took the team that won to the limit.
We lost the last game by the minimum amount of points.
Yeah, it was amazing. So kudos to those guys and their team. It was a ton of fun to watch. The tournament was great to watch. The boys have become really excellent volleyball players. And so, kudos to the boys. I'm very proud of you guys.
Thanks.
You both played very, very well. You were not only very good individually, you were very good teammates. And how you encouraged your teammates was very encouraging.
I would just yell so you guys would hear, "Oh, good job, guys!" And then I'd whisper, "If you don't get this ball over, I'm going to kill you."
Yeah.
See, I wish I had that level of self-control when I played volleyball.
Yeah.
I feel like I have an alter ego that comes out. When
Yeah, you guys handled yourself well, though, I thought. So anyway, congratulations. You guys did a great job. Seriously, in all seriousness, you guys did a good job.
It sucks to lose, but at the same time, like, we all played our best. Like, I know I played my best. And it was just fun. And we came second, that was like, we knew that if we were going to lose, it would be to that team. And we played our butts off and it was close. They were all very good games. So
it was definitely like the most fun volleyball we played the entire season. Like, it got
it was
so
fun to watch.
close down to the
Seriously.
wire. And it, like, for me, that was so fun because I felt like the entire season I was really struggling to get in rhythm. And then I feel like it finally all came together during the tournament, which I was like, thank goodness. Which, then we played this past Monday.
So
and
I
felt like
have
was
some
trash.
breaking news regarding our advertisement.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So breaking news. So I just received this text message. No one knows
For
or
Dad's
knew
book?
that we were going to promote the book in any way.
Live news
Yes.
updates.
you're like Adam
But
Schefter.
this, my brother who lives in Grand Rapids, Michigan, sent me a picture of a father
You're not gonna
reading.
see that.
I know, father. You guys can see it. Maybe we can put it. I'll send it to you. Put it on the video.
We'll see. It's hard to
Okay.
edit
So,
that, but
anyways,
yes.
he is reading the Papi and the Giant Snowball book to his daughter, and it says the text that was sent to my brother says she loves this book, especially when we do the baby voice for Belly Button.
Aw, you heard it here first, folks.
That's right. So that's
Good
breaking
book.
news.
Children love it.
Yeah.
Special
They love the
character
baby
named
voice.
Belly Button.
Yep. Special character named Belly Button.
Belly Button is the unsung hero.
He really is.
Yep. He's kind of really
He's a little tank.
yeah. He's a little tank.
Yes.
So anyway, okay.
He has
So
to be.
that was the volleyball.
He's like the Steven to Pepe's Nacho Libre.
No.
I don't know.
Or maybe he's the Nacho Libre to Pepe's Steven.
He is like in the Goosebumps movie where it's like the main character is like the kids, but Jack Black is kind of also a main character.
I think he's
crazy.
He is the Jack Black
wild.
Belly Button is Theodore,
from Alvin and the
From
Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
That is a perfect comparison.
but with Alvin's personality.
no, I think he's
mischievous.
still very Theodore.
Yeah, maybe.
He's like Theodore if like
He was on crack.
Theodore was like more stupid than he already is.
Okay. All right. So what's your next
I
segment?
don't think Theodore's stupid. He just loves food.
Yeah.
We haven't been having this thing in a while. It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, like, what's like share like a funny or like fun story that's happened to you like the past couple weeks. Like, what's like a fun thing? I know something that's funny that happened to
I'm
me.
sure. So something funny and particularly?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't have to be, but
I don't know.
a fun, interesting thing. For example, my birthday was on.
Yeah,
we're
that's
recording this
hilarious.
on Monday. It was funny. And my birthday was on Friday the 21st. And Emily and I, we love sushi, particularly this place called Cloud9, because you have half-price sushi, and they have the sushi called the Sunday Morning, which is a fried sushi. It is delicious. We love it so much. And we knew that's where we wanted to go for my birthday. So we're both craving it, and so we get Cloud9 sushi. We get 5 rolls, by the way. I eat 3 rolls. She eats 2. I mean, I probably could eat a 4th. They're just that good, but I restrained myself. And so we eat it. We're like, that was phenomenal, amazing. And then we wake up Saturday morning, and I'm like, Emily, would it be crazy if we got sushi again? And so we ended up getting sushi a second time on Saturday because it was just that good on Friday. It's not really funny, but it's an interesting thing that happened.
Yeah.
It was fun for my belly. I really liked. Oh,
good job.
And we celebrated my birthday with her family.
Did you know?
On Wednesday.
Oh.
Shut it. And
He said we celebrated my birthday like 4 times in the past like 30 seconds.
guys, we celebrated my birthday. I'm not used to having my birthday celebrated, okay? So it's nice for a change to be honored for being born.
Buy Papi in the Giants.
I will burn Peppy to the ground.
We've had so many
I hope
advertisements.
global warming hits
you
Peppy
two are your
hard.
own like marketing campaign. Luke's marketing his own birthday. You're marketing your book for half the episode.
You can mark it too.
24, by the way.
I don't know what to market.
Anyways, so we celebrated my birthday on the Wednesday just to take Grant off, and her parents I love the croissants from Costco, and they got me croissants for my birthday, and it was great that we celebrated.
It's great.
On Wednesday, because we celebrated my birthday on Wednesday. We went to Texas Roadhouse. It was delicious.
Yeah. Congratulations.
And we celebrated my birthday.
Happy birthday. Grant, do you have anything
And
fun?
7.
Grant didn't celebrate my birthday, that's for sure.
Oh,
We celebrated my birthday yesterday, too.
Not yesterday, Sunday.
Sunday fun day.
Yeah.
You're on a birthday count of 8.
I will share something. So,
Yeah.
something was fun on Saturday. We've never done a Friendsgiving before.
Oh yeah.
So, I'm glad you remembered.
Where was my
It was
invite?
we invited you. You didn't come.
I
Yeah.
didn't show.
Dum.
I was too
So-
busy getting sushi.
So we did a celebrating your
Celebrating
birthday.
my birthday.
That's 9.
So,
9!
This is just an episode. How many times can Luke casually throw in
Yeah.
like that? It was
so
his
anyway,
birthday?
Don't
so
tempt me.
Saturday.
Oh, I said it. Dang it.
So Saturday we did a Friendsgiving for some folks. And we've never done that before, and it was a lot of fun. It was a blast. We moved our dining room table into our living room, added another table and a card table. We had like 13, 14 people here. Shout out to everybody that came because everybody was bringing something, like a food item to share. And, dude, people literally delivered rolls to our house.
yeah, that
Thank
was
you,
neat.
Grant. Grant signed up to bring rolls, and he DoorDashed them to our house.
That is the most Grant thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm too lazy to go to the store and buy rolls,
No.
and I'm too lazy to pick them up, so instead
also
I'm going to buy
arrived-
them.
They arrived a week before.
arrived like a week early. So it's like, he's like,
Rolls,
well,
they're
and then-
gonna be good.
Listen,
They're gonna be good.
Why
Hold
why
up.
would you not just go to the store? It's so much cheaper.
Because I just didn't feel like
You
it.
complain all the time about not having money for meals, and
No, I
here
got
you
money.
are door dashing rolls.
I got money for meals.
So anyway, and now kudos to everybody that came because everybody brought some amazing stuff. Even the rolls were really good, by the way.
The week-old stale
And
rolls.
we had people,
They were not
guys,
stale.
Alex Wade bringing homemade meatloaf.
Yeah, dude.
At first, I would say I was a little skeptical about meatloaf for Thanksgiving. It was amazing.
Good meatloaf.
Incredible.
Shout out to Alex.
Joel made like
Mac and
enough mac
cheese,
and
yeah.
cheese for 3 Thanksgivings.
Yeah.
It was a ton. And then everybody brought just different things. It was great. It was so good. And I would say that
Stop playing
was
footsie with
so
me.
fun and something that, we came away going, you know what? I think that would be fun to do again, and maybe invite the exact same people over, just because now it can become a tradition if
Yeah,
they're
and
around.
not
so.
invite the same exact people we didn't invite.
Yes, So we'll invite
I'm
only.
so happy for you guys.
I'm sure you
I'm
are.
so happy you
Yeah.
have that thing that you can do
Without you.
Yeah.
Well, you have a standing invitation because you're family.
Yeah, you're
I
also
can just show up whenever.
Yeah, you
I
can,
guess.
but you don't.
But that was a thing that was a lot of fun, and we stuck around and hung out and talked about all kinds of things, listened to music and all this stuff. It was a lot of fun.
We watched YouTube for like 45 minutes.
What YouTube did you watch?
Music. We watched
We watched
some
YouTube
of the
music videos.
the
Yeah,
Tommy Prophet stuff.
Did you watch any of the
Week Away? Oh, yes.
I
We
knew you
watched
would.
a few of those songs, which is
Yeah.
so good. All right. Anyway,
Yeah.
Grant, what do you got?
I don't know. I had a lot of like bad things happen to me like in the past.
Ooh.
Well, like,
I can't say that. It's got to be fun.
I got food poisoning. I got sick all within like a
Can't
week
say
and a half
that.
of
It
each
doesn't
other.
count.
It builds character.
I'm trying to think. Well, we had the volleyball tournament. That was really fun.
That was super fun.
Yeah, it's been good to just kind of get back into volleyball more, even though it's been like I feel like I'm still struggling a little bit. But I'll get back into it. I just need more time to get back into playing more frequently. I'm trying to really think.
We had the worship
football
night.
hasn't been fun. Yeah, the worship night was fun. That was pretty
That's
cool.
true.
Funny
It's good.
story about the worship night.
Huh?
We shared the funny story about the worship night. That
What was
wasn't
the
funny.
What was the funny story?
Well, Michael. Well, it's not funny, but Michael got sick.
Oh.
Share your side, because I'm sure you were panicking.
No, I was stressed.
Yeah,
So that
talk
was
about that.
It ended up the night was awesome, but it was kind of stressful the beginning, trying to see if I could get somebody to fill in for Michael
So
the
what-
day of.
Yeah. So backstory.
So
I get a text on
not blaming
Thursday
Michael, by the way.
a couple weeks ago.
You're good.
And Grant's like, "Hey, Michael is just kind of coming over being sick. Are you able to just like say you'll be a backup just in case? He should be fine, like he's feeling better. But we just like to have a backup just in case." I'm like, "Sure, why not? Like if you're not if you're not gonna, need me, I'll be nice and say, yeah, I'll be the backup."
That's
Not
how I
thinking
phrased it, yeah.
not thinking that I was actually going to play. He sends me the set list, which I don't listen to the first night. And I'm like, well, because last I heard, Michael was fine. And then
That's true. We all, yeah.
you woke up on Friday, and what
So
happened?
I wake up Friday. Let me be abundantly clear. I took Friday off so that I could like more prepare, right? And just like mentally and like spiritually kind of prepare a bit more, right? Because I know sometimes when I go there straight from work, I feel like it's harder to focus. So, and I'm like, hey, I get to sleep in today. Like, this is nice. I wake up, it's like 8 o'clock. I can't remember if it was like because my stomach wasn't feeling great or like if I just had to pee or whatever. And so, which is the worst feeling when you're trying to sleep in, but you have to pee. So I get up, I
Yes,
wake up,
that's
and
true.
I check
agree.
my phone. And
That's very true.
the group chat and the like band group chat for the night is Michael has just said, so I have a fever. Courtney, his wife, has a fever, and their daughter Ruth all have a fever. So like worst case scenario just happened. So understandably so, he's like, I'm not gonna play tonight. So I'm like, hey Luke, so Michael actually can't play tonight, so, and I had already sent in the chat, like, it's all good. Luke agreed to be backup just in case. So I text Luke, and I'm like, hey, so yeah, like, Michael does actually have a fever, and like, his family's starting to get sick, and, like, he can't be there. So are you still good to fill in? In which case, and I hear...
I had plans with Emily and her family that night.
Oh, dude.
And I, like, Emily, even after I got back on Thursday, I mentioned it to her.
The day before, by the way.
Yeah, I mentioned it to her, and she's like, oh, well, we have this thing tomorrow night. And she's like, what's the probability of you playing? And I was like, well, last I checked, Michael was fine, so I really don't think
It
that
did
I'll have
sound
to.
like he was probably going to play. But
So she's like, oh, okay,
you don't
whatever.
know for sure,
Yeah.
so...
And then, like, I get that text,
Oh, man.
and I was like, so I was like, okay, like, can you find anybody else? And I was like, if literally nobody else can do it, I'll do it. Thinking, like, surely somebody else will be able to fill in. I mean, there's, like, a decent amount of people that we know that could fill in.
So then, back to my head, after Luke says that, I'm like, Oh boy. So instead of sleeping in a little bit that morning and getting some rest, I instead spent the next, I don't know how many hours scrambling trying to see if someone else could fill in. So Justin, I texted him and was like, hey, could you play? Which I actually think I may have even asked him before I asked you. Mm-hmm. But he was like, I have a volleyball game that night. I'm subbing for this team. Which that's another funny point to the story, which we'll come back to later. But he's like, I'm subbing, I won't be able to be there until, halfway through the actual, night. And I'm like, dang it, that's a bummer. So I reach out to Josh Niekamp, who is part of our church, and he can play drums. But he was already supposed to be, on the prayer team for that night. And on top of that, he had to be somewhere during the time we would be rehearsing for that night.
He had a meeting.
Yeah, something so it was he was like, I could be there for the first 30 minutes of rehearsal, but I'm like, we would be able to go through 3 songs, and we're doing 9. So I literally text Luke, I'm like, yeah, so you literally are the only person that I can get right now, to play last minute, who's played with us before, who knows our system, who could even rehearse at all. And so I was like, I need you to do this. I will literally, and then he said, okay, I'll do it. And I said, okay, I will Venmo you money so you and Emily can go on a lunch date to make up for this.
And Emily, obviously, she's, shout out to her because she's a real one.
It's a sacrifice for her, too.
She understood, and she totally gets, hey, it's obviously not, a selfish thing. It's this is something, and they really, they need help.
Yeah.
And, she was very understanding, and obviously she let me do it. I was also nervous because by the time I knew that I was doing it, it was 11:30. I had not listened to a single song on the set list. Also important to note, I hadn't played drums in 8-9 months. So I was also worried about I don't even know if I can play. I'll give it my scout's best.
I'll give it my darndest. But I can't.
So literally from 11 till we started rehearsal, which is 5. I mean, I was listening to those songs
for 6
on
hours.
repeat.
He's got 6 hours to prep. That's
trying to
the rest of us have had 2 months.
Also at work, so it's not like I can, go practice.
Guys, I gotta go and listen to music.
So I was doing that, and thankfully, we get there and we go through rehearsal. Things go really smoothly.
Yeah. You pick it back up pretty quickly.
Yeah, and the whole night just ended up.
Oh, you killed it. You did
well.
phenomenal.
You did do a great job.
The funniest part about this, though, is it's 5:40, halfway through rehearsal, pretty much, and I get a phone call from Justin. His volleyball team was like, "Yeah, we don't need you to sub tonight."
Oh man, really?
Yeah, but
which I felt so it was so nice of him to be like, if
yeah,
you still need
somebody to
But I
step
looked
in.
at Luke and I said, "You're already here. We're not. We're not changing it up."
It was very
Yeah,
clearly the Lord that wanted me
Yeah,
there,
right.
because and nobody else could do it, and I was the only person. And I'm very glad that I did get to do it.
You did great. It was so cool. It was cool getting to play together again too.
It was
It was a lot of
super
fun. I think the band was really excited that they got to play with you again too. It was fun.
I'm just always so nervous because I know them very well. And I'm there are a lot of them, most of them are just family, So it's I don't want to let them down.
Yeah.
And so I feel this pressure of I don't want to.
I get that,
dude. Whenever anyone is oh, we sped up through that song, and I know they're not directing it at me, but I know that it's my fault.
Yeah.
And I'm but I know they just say it a general. They don't want to make
to
me
be clear,
feel bad.
You are not the only person they have said that to.
But it's
that has been my fault. That has been.
But every time,
everyone has done that. In
every
the band
time they say that. It's
hard not to take that as the
my
drummer.
fault. Yeah,
Sure,
it is
sure.
my fault.
Yeah, the drummers
you are
kind of
you are kind of the tempo manager.
That
Tempo.
is my job.
That is you are the tempo coordinator for the team.
And it only happened a couple times during rehearsal, and then everything else.
And you cleaned it up perfectly. It went phenomenally during the night. But it was so funny. And then getting that call from Justin, I looked at Luke. I'm like, you're not gonna believe this, but I'm like, it was so hilarious.
It was.
So but it was a fun night. It's a funny little story, even though it was a really stressful morning.
And I'm very glad too that I just got to go, anyways, just because I got to see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a while.
Yeah.
And connect with them again, and so it was good. Ended up being really good.
All right,
it was a fun time.
Yeah, that almost sounds all
stressful
really
morning.
interesting.
Stressful morning, but a great time. So, Also, Michael wasn't the only one who got
the
sick.
most diabolical eye roll.
A lot of us were coming off of being sick or starting to be sick or something. It was so it was a little crazy.
Well, that was the longest 10 minutes of my life. But thanks, guys.
Hey, we're talking about the worship night for your church, by the way.
We're telling stories and making content. You're scrolling on Twitter. What are you doing?
I'm looking for content that's actually interesting.
You can't generate your own
Who
content.
invited him? Who let him be here? All he does is want to promote his own stuff.
Yeah.
Bashes us for being uninteresting.
No.
That's your fourth time. Oh my gosh, both of you guys.
Between him celebrating his birthday and me celebrating.
Actually, fun fact about me celebrating my birthday.
That's 10. We're at 10 counts of Luke saying it was his birthday.
Okay, anyway. So, to close out our episode, I have a
we should sing happy birthday.
No, we're not doing that.
Happy birthday.
No. All right, so here it is. Here's
kind of good.
To close out our Thanksgiving episode.
Okay.
Let me see if I can rephrase this. Would you rather be thankful? Would you rather be thankful for winning the NIT or losing early in the NCAA tournament?
Winning the NIT, probably.
Winning the NIT? Who?
Really?
Wait, what? Wait, winning the NIT? No,
because
losing first round of bracket.
Well, I think I guess for me, I'd want to play, and I'm glad that my team got to play and be in it, and then we win the whole thing. Because I feel like it's not as important. It's a non-important tournament, but at the same time, it's like, I mean, you still made it all the way through. You beat every other team, and you won. And
Get a trophy.
Exactly, that's something to be happy about. Like, I would rather have something to celebrate than not have something to celebrate.
All the NIT teams, I don't care if you win the whole thing. If you're in the March Madness tournament, it's like, oh, look at those guys. They tried and they still got in a tournament and they got a trophy that says you won, but who cares? I mean, I feel like it's at the point where it's the best team in the like actual March Madness tournament, by comparison, is better than all the NIT teams. So I'm like, I would rather be if let's say you're a school that doesn't always get the chance to play in the tournament.
What if you lose?
Just the fact that, dude,
what if you get upset?
No, that is the thing.
What if you get upset? What if you're you're a 2
What if you're
seed,
not
you
upset? What if you're a 16 seed? It's this is your first time getting to play in the tournament.
But the would you rather be, and I'm throwing the thankful part into it, would you be more thankful to win the NIT or to have gone to the NCAA tournament but lose early?
Thankful that gone to the tournament and lose early. Because that can still change your program. Just the fact that you played in the March Madness.
I don't know. That's a toss-up for me in some ways because I feel like
it would just be more like, I'm just thinking of emotionally. It's like you would lose. You obviously are not going to be as happy if you lose, but if you win something, no matter what it is, you're going to be happy. And it's like you can celebrate a win with your team by winning a whole tournament. If it's an NIT tournament, it's not as big as the NCAA, but it's like, it's still a tournament that you won and your team was the best at, and that's something at the end of the day I think I would go that route
too. The only thing that makes me consider the losing early to lose early in the NCAA tournament is to be able to say at some point down the road in history, that year that Kentucky won or Duke won or Kansas won or whatever, I actually played on a team that went to that same tournament.
Or you might have even gotten to play against them and be we lost.
That'd be my only
saving
grace, I think, that would make me more thankful. But still, there's something about, okay, we didn't make the March Madness, but we did make the NIT tournament. We ran the table and we won it all.
This feels kind of like the big fish, little pond, little fish in a big pond kind of thing. Like I'd rather, if I'd rather be playing with the big boys and be on the lower end of playing with the big boys and then the higher end of people who don't actually play well. Because you're only going to get better, and I feel like that only says more to your status.
Well, would you rather be
to that group.
Okay? Let me throw this out. Let me change it real quick. Would you rather be a person on the bench that never plays on the winning team of March Madness, or would you rather be a starter that balls out and wins the NIT tournament?
I feel like that's a different scenario, though.
Ooh, I don't know. It is kind of like, as someone who
you're a no name, and you get the trophy, the big trophy. You're a no name. No one's going to remember you.
Since we have experience riding the bench, I feel like we are most apt to talk about. It can be kind of fun being like the hype person.
True.
And if you're winning the Natty, I mean that's pretty awesome. And being a hype guy. Yeah. Like in the locker rooms, I feel like that would be pretty awesome.
Well, I think I think it'd be fun. Like, even if you're not a starter and you have no chance of playing in those games, you've seen in the past tournaments, some of the bench guys, they're like, when they're doing like all kinds of antics, and they're making
like Marquette or something. That was
something like they're doing and they're doing all these fun things on the bench. You know, it's the hype guys, which I think if you took it that way and said, you know what, that's my role, is just make this fun and interesting. Then 100%
get the crowd hype and get them into
100%. I'd rather do that for sure.
Yeah. I can see that. I don't know. I think that's a little bit of a different scenario for me, though, because if you're trying to actually make a name and be able to go pro, for example, then you kind of want to be able to actually play and get minutes. But I think it kind of it depends on like what your mentality is. Like if you're just if you're just like, I'm happy to be here for the love of the game, then it's just like, then I would say riding the bench and being able to be one of those hype guys. But I'm like, if your goal is like, I need to think about my career here, then I kind of would like to start on a team in the NIT bracket, because then you might still be able to gain enough traction and maybe even get like a late round something. Like, I don't know. G League, whatever.
Little pause here. I'm looking at my phone because my daughter Aislinn is flying home tonight from Pensacola, and so I'm making.
I turned off his phone. I was like, "What do you?"
I'm making sure that she's getting on the flight okay, and Luke's
hanging
giving
up
me
on
the
our
side eye
sister
here.
for Dad.
Listen, she's away. All right, she chose to leave. We're here. All right, focus on the ones who are
literally on her way here. That's not the same.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's always him with the phone. It's him and the phone.
I'm making sure. She said she's got on the plane okay. She has a row all to herself, which she's so thankful for.
Oh, that's the best feeling.
I know. So
I had that happen when I was on my way to Florida, and it was incredible.
Anyway, all right. Well, guys, I think this is pretty much.
We got some content.
That was some great content.
Good job, guys.
For the most part.
Part 2.
Yeah,
the monster thing took a while to get going.
That's okay.
It was good.
That's okay.
I hit
but
my
it was
stride
good.
late.
It was good. It was good.
You know,
personally, I like take 1 better, but it's okay. We'll do take 2.
Yeah.
I can't
take 2
wait
is way
to
better.
just watch the video for me of when it cuts off.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Well,
and we will debate whether or not to leave it in.
So anything you want to say shortly, briefly, as to close out our Thanksgiving episode?
Make sure to be thankful if you are thankful for us, and even if you're not, just like the dang video. I mean, even if you want us to get in horrific car accidents that leave us mangled in hospital beds, just still like the video and comment because it means a lot to us. And who knows? Maybe your comment will be so good. We should do like a top comment thing, and the top comment of the video we talk about.
Sure,
and,
whatever.
Okay. That's been fun.
No,
thank you guys.
We didn't get to say our thing.
Hey, I'm thankful for you boys. I love you boys. This is so fun. It's been great. It's been an awesome night.
You're so selfish. I'm not thankful for you this Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Anyways,
everybody have a good Thanksgiving. That's the Sports F.A.M. podcast.
No, don't mess with it.
I have to live with this?
No,
yes.
We're not done. We're not done.
We're leaving that in.
You did it too early.
Do you know how many people are going to cut it after that and are not going to watch
I'm like,
the end?
dude, you don't get to do that.
There's going to be like 3 minutes.
So what are you thankful for, Grant?
I don't know. Give me a second. That's the funniest thing that's happened this entire episode is Luke trying to end the episode on him and be like, guys, I run this. This is all about me.
And if anyone,
you guys have a great night.
I celebrated my birthday.
And that's 11.
And if anyone wants to end this episode, it should be me. But I'm the one that's prolonging this.
What sucks is people don't even watch it long enough, so they're not even going to listen to this.
That's my point.
But think the people that stay long enough are going to be like, oh, bonus content.
Okay, one thing you're thankful for, Grant. Go.
Oh, man. I'm thankful for...
I can't even.
You had all this talk about
I know.
All this time you were blank.
You're thankful for Joe Burrow. We know.
I am
more like Toe Burrow.
Oh!
Wow, you're only the 30th person to make that
no
joke.
joke.
I've ever seen. I don't know.
No, but seriously,
I got a lot I can pick
Okay,
from
well,
this.
I will say I really am thankful for you guys. I do enjoy this. I know I put off this vibe like this is boring, whatever.
Yeah.
But seriously, I do love having the boys come over. We usually have dinner together. We hang out. We talk. We get to do this. This is a lot of fun. It is a lot of laughter. It's a great reason to get together. It is fun to talk sports. Seriously, like we all love sports.
Yeah.
And it is fun to talk because it's really this is the only time. usually it's the only time that three of us can sit down
Especially
and talk sports.
because sometimes when we don't have like an episode as regularly, there's a lot like the Shador
I mean,
thing.
we
We haven't
did-
gotten to talk about that
So
yet.
I do enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
We did get to talk a little bit on Sunday because we did celebrate my birthday.
Oh, my word.
But normally we don't get to talk about it.
Anyway,
Is there a sound effect I can just play over him when he talks? That's loud enough without it being that.
No, it's okay. Anyway, one thing, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Go.
I am very thankful for. Man, there's so many things I could go. I could say Tebow because I love him and he's a old cute little dude. This is our dog.
He's another one of our siblings.
He's our neighbor.
Tebow. He's a cute little dude.
I'm I'm really thankful for music. I feel like this last month, 2 months, I feel like songs. I've heard songs that just make me feel very like understood, and it's been like really cool. And I feel like less and less these days. I get shown music that I actually really enjoy or like resonate with. Like I feel like it's less common the older I get, and maybe it's just because my taste gets pickier, or I don't know. But I feel like there's just in terms of new stuff, it's hard to find that kind of like to find music sometimes that like, oh, this is like it gets you that excited and that like or it gives you chills or like that you like, oh wow, I really resonate with it. I feel like lately in the past like month there's been some cool stuff that's come out. Cool. NF's latest EP being one of them. That was great. Go check out the Fear EP. So I don't know. I'm very thankful for music, but even just like getting to play it and sing it and like working on music too, that's been really cool to get to do that again. So yeah, just very, very grateful. Cool. Just I feel like that's always been a huge part of my life and our lives, but it just look back and I'm very appreciative of it, and I think of a world what it would be like without it for me, and I'm like that's kind of hard to imagine. So grateful for music.
I need to say what I'm thankful for. I didn't say what I was thankful for.
Okay.
Because you freaking stole the show and started to turn up the thing. I'm not gonna let them talk.
I'm thankful for a brother who doesn't mock me. Not. Well, I am thankful for my lovely wife, who is amazing and who is just so awesome and kind, and made sure that my birthday was super fun. Where she got me Cyclones games tickets, the hockey team, and we're going to that tomorrow night. So I'm very excited for that. I'm just excited that I get to do life with you guys, and this is always
I agree.
A pleasure. And I'm excited for our moments that we have. They're always funny.
Yeah.
So,
and for more moments to come.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us on this journey.
Make comments. Like, subscribe, share. Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah. Yes, make sure to comment and subscribe.
I flagged you.
We're literally ending the show. I don't care.
All right.
Welcome. Thank you, everybody, for watching the Sports F.A.M. podcast. We'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.